weet ek hoe vandag gaan ek loop jou kind wees. Okay, so alles is nou recht hier. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. En ik kom vandaag in India daarna.
Nou goed powerplay, maar vast daar zo. Ik ga nou. Ik krijg sound.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Ik worry dat ik toets je wel.
More.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Ja, dat is goed.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Quite difficult name to remember. Raisibe Hitrizake. Raisibe Hitrizake. Raisibe Hitrizake. Captain, I must remember the captain's name. Raisibe Hitrizake.
Returning.
What?
YCB into Zaki.
Toen heb ik die kapitein was in de kool, maar ik heb niet zitten.
You want to mop
Doe
up?
pen.
What do you need a pin?
Take care of my money. I just want that guy has a pen. Which guy? There's a pencil behind the poles there.
Pencil.
Yeah, you can just write it in the pencil. Wacht op.
Everybody in? Right, good morning here from the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn for the toss of the Hollywoodbets Pro20 series match between the home side, the Gardenwood Badgers, and the visitors from Johannesburg, the DP World Lions. I'd like to welcome the two officiating umpires, with me Lyndon Falkland and Sunmarie Strydom, and the respective captains Zitle Kula and Raisibe Tubeka. Right, we're going to ask Zitle to spin the coin, and Raisibe you will call. Heads is the call. So you win the toss, you opt to bat first. What triggered this decision?
They didn't waiting for you. And probably you want to use the When I get the push thing, yeah. Push thing you taught us?
It's the same pitch and strip that was used yesterday. Your view on the bounce and spin later on when you're bowling second?
Ons kan niks hoor wat hy ander vrou sê nie. Kennedy moet hy mic actually hou by hy vrou.
Okay, I think well done, congratulations. And lastly, it's a big day for South African women's cricket. We would like to make a wish for the Proteas in India.
Yeah, I see. I just want to say
Thank you very much and good luck for the game. Thank you, Zintle. 2 consecutive wrong calls with the coin. I guess the toss is just a negative to get the game going. Your view on bowling first here? It's also a big day for your team. You played 2 games thus far in Pro20 competition without a victory. You'd like to turn your fortunes around today? Lastly, also, I want to ask the same questions to you. Any good wishes to the Proteas in India today? Thank you very much. We'll join you at 10 o'clock for the start of the game. Good luck, eh?
Watch.
Kaya volgens hulle sagbaar.
Ja, jy moet die amplification net bietjie hoor dan die draai, maar hy is nou iets wat ons nog reg nog meer geëksperimenteer het. Ons moet mos maar nog eers dit goed uitfigure mee, bro. Ek bedoel dit maar nog.
Dit kan nie volgens hulle voel hulle praat sag. Hulle probleem.
Lights.
The stage is set.
Camera.
The shortest format, the biggest role.
Action.
Lovely shot. Oh, bullseye. It's taken.
Izano Bukela Amanina Ishala Ikakama. And remember, entry is free.
The Hollywoodbets Pro Series from 4 October to 15 March.
Remember those blissful long summer days? Dry smoke drifting across the stands. The hiss on the grass banks. And the thrill of getting your hero's autograph? Remember when we came together for more than just cricket? For the rivalries, the banter, and for those moments that brought us all to our feet.
Sensational catch. Right out of the stadium. What a shot that is.
Remember that feeling? It's back. Every team, every format, from the fire of the T20 Challenge to the battles of the One Day Cup. The intrigue of the 4-day series and the brilliance of the Hollywoodbets Pro Series.
Boulder.
This season, it's time to make new memories. Book your ticket to the best of South African domestic action. Head to cricket.co.za for all the details. With hometown pride on the line. Uza nawe.
So tell me, these Proteas, are they talented?
Yeah.
Fierce.
Yeah.
Dynamic. Yeah. Do they have the passion?
That is an outstanding catch.
Yeah.
Is ambition a part of this team?
Yeah.
Do they look unstoppable?
Yeah.
Unbreakable?
Yeah.
Unafraid?
Yeah.
Will they win the Cricket World Cup?
Absolute class from Laura Volpar.
Oh, that's out of here. Oh, just like that. This is thrilling. It's a jam.
This is unbelievable. This is fantasy cricket.
Join the charge. Support the Proteas women on their journey to World Cup glory.
Yeah.
Good morning here from the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. It's a big day for sport in South Africa and more particularly women's cricket in South Africa, as the Proteas will later take on India in the final. The news is that the Lions has won the toss and they opted to have a bat first in this Hollywoodbets Pro20 match against the home side, the Garden Route Badgers. Just to refresh the memories, yesterday it was a reduced match due to rain and inclement weather. The Lions won by 38 runs on Duckworth Lewis Stern. With me, good morning, Jason Mashangani.
Good morning, Albertus.
Good toss to win.
I think great toss to win for the Lions. Look to put pressure on the Badgers, chasing again. You see Lions sitting second on the table and Badgers sitting last.
The Badgers yet to record a victory in the Pro20 format. And Zintle Kula will run in and she will bowl to Molefi. Oh, that's a very good start from Zintle Kula. In the previous match here at this very same ground against Western Province, Zintle Kula bagged 5 wickets in the innings, and that was not enough to secure the victory.
Tough to be on the losing side after picking up a 5-wicket haul. Sure, she'll be looking to repeat that performance and hopefully end up on the winning side. The first win for the Badgers against Lions in this format.
On the money right again, good start from Kula. That's New Molefe is on strike, and the non-striker is Madison Landsman. Molefe didn't play yesterday, and Landsman was not too successful with the bat. Good bowling, Zintle Kula. 3 consecutive dot balls. Good start by the captain.
Certainly a great start from the captain here. Looking to create pressure up front. Hopefully looking to strike in the first 6 overs to peg the Lions back.
It's out to Kiara Fisher, who does the fielding. No run added to the total, and the wicketkeeper today will be Nadine Moodley. You will notice sort of a flying gully with Mika the Ridder, and has been the wicketkeeper, the regular wicketkeeper yesterday in a Pro 50 match. Very conventional power play field placings for the Badgers. Good bowling, good start from Zintle Kula asking the questions.
The Badgers have opted to go with a 7-2 field with a gully and a slip in place, and just the third man out on the boundary to start off with. It's an indication that they're looking to strike early on.
Last ball of the first over, and there's immediately a change in the field. With it looks that Mika Ridder will drop to deep fine leg on the boundary. It's quite an interesting decision. One slip in position, which is Isel Slier. Oh, there's a great delivery. There's an appeal from Kula. Good over, good opening over from the captain. 0 for 0. Very good start by the Badgers.
Great start here. It is not often where you see a bowler start off the inning with a maiden over.
Yeah, particularly in this format. But I must congratulate and compliment the efforts from Zintle Kula. And like yesterday and today, it's making sense to me in the shorter format with Evodia Yekile that will open the bowling with spin from the northern side of the ground, the commentary box end. She was quite economical yesterday. She conceded 11 runs in the first 2 overs, and she bowled very economical and good tight line and lanes later on.
She would have gained great confidence from how she bowled in the second spell, where she maintained good control through the middle overs towards the back end of the innings. And she was bowling in tandem with Kiara Fisher. They put a stranglehold on the Lions batting in those middle overs.
Yeah, so Landsman is on strike, Zintle Kula, and always need to be wary. She's floating it above the eye line, and not always easy to get away from the square. Confident start by Evodia Yekile. Short is protection out there, and that is Julia Wall, who's patrolling the square leg boundary fence in front of the clubhouse and dressing room facilities. Tidy piece of fielding at the Lions. It took them 8 balls to get off the mark, and also Landsman, who's off the mark. Just a bit too short, tucked around to the leg side, and it is Nicolien Janssen van Rensburg who runs around, does the fielding. 2 brilliant runners orchestrated yesterday by the Badgers. But it was eventually the inability, I'll come to that now, just waiting for Yekile, the inability to tactically keep Sunette Viljoen Low off strike that cost them I would say another 20 runs. And their batting up front was not clinical and to the point. Too many risks. Yekile in to Landsman. Short. Oh, there's a misfield by Kayakaze Mate. And what should have been a dot ball is a single. Good delivery outside off through to the keeper, Nadine Moodley, and on first slip we've got Isel Salier, a very versatile fielder, Isel Salier. Cut. Good fielding from Julia Hall. It's a nice vibe by the Badgers this morning. They seem to be a little bit despondent with the announcement of the outcome of the toss, because they would also like to have a bat first, but they will switch on.
Yeah, I think you have to switch on very quickly. You'll have plans of what you'll do if you win the toss, but you can't guarantee the outcome of that.
Hit. Good stop by Kayakaze Mate, and there's a chance for a run out here. There should be a run out. It's poor fielding. The Badgers missed out on an opportunity. Great stop from Kayakaze Mate, diving towards her right, and what should have been either a dot or a run out is an extra run for the Lions.
Great work from Kayakaze Mate.
Yeah, that ball was firmly hit by Landsman. Yesterday the Badgers took the opportunities to create run-outs. Over the top, and that's, by the look of things, Molefe is a very good player to attack and to hit the ball over the top. Hence promotion and inclusion to open the batting, taking the score to 12 without loss after 3 overs. Yesterday the Badgers took the opportunities to create run-outs. Over the top, and that's, by the look of things, Molefe is a very good player.
Over there by Molefe, accessing over Mirov. We've seen her finish the last 2 overs with a boundary.
Yeah, and it's making sense why Molefe has opened the batting. She certainly portrayed the ability to hit the ball over the inner circle and very efficiently. So Ivode Yekile will bowl to Madison Landsman. The partnership is 12 to score 12 without loss after 3 overs. I think the Badgers, obviously not grasping that run-out opportunity, they did quite well to restrict the Lions. Good bowling from Ivode Yekile. It was a certain run-out opportunity.
Yeah, on another day it goes to hand there. That better throw to the keeper.
Short. Straight to Kayakaze Mate, who throws a body behind the line of the ball and prevent any runs.
As you see a change in the field with short, fine leg, coming to reinforce the cover region.
So the length and the line outside off will be critical now for Evodia Yekile. Yes, what a great shot. She pierced the gap on the offside and pick up a boundary. Short pitch delivery, and Landsman and the line outside off will be critical now for Evodia Yekile. Yes, what a great shot. She pierced the gap on the offside and pick up a boundary. Giselle Abrams runs around, tidy fielding. Can Yekile, 2 balls left, flights this one, hit. Straight to, I think that is Mikeda who does the fielding. Just in front of square on the offside. Can Evodia Yekile exit this over without too much damage? And a change in the field? No, there will not be a change in the field.
Okay, field stays the same.
Flight, hit, straight to Kula, takes the catch. Well bowled Evodia Yekile, and that's the departure of Madison Landsman, caught by Evodia Yekile at mid-off from the bowling, caught by Zinhle Kula from the bowling of Evodia Yekile, and Landsman departs for 7, 4 overs gone, and the Badgers has created the breakthrough. She made 7, and one thing, Jason, which we must compliment the Badgers bowlers this morning is no wides bowled in the first 4 overs. That is, I think, something in women's cricket which is quite significant.
That is a great improvement, especially considering that 11 wides were bowled in the first 10 overs by the Badgers yesterday. So it's something that they would have discussed at length to make sure that their disciplines are in place.
And I also like the idea that Nicoline Janssen van Rensburg will replace the captain Zinhle Kula. She bowled 2 overs and she only conceded 5 runs from the Freda Street end of the ground. And van Rensburg, well, that's her favourite end from where she operates, runs in and she will bowl to Ramlakan. No, pardon, Ramlakan is on a non-striker's end. Molefe is on strike. Diara Ramlakan, and she's there as a result of the departure of Landsman. Oh, well bowled, Nicoline Janssen van Rensburg. Well, that's a length and a line.
That's a great length and line. Pitched on the stumps, just tail of shape away from the right hand batter Molefe through to the keeper. So she's shaping to hit that over the top onto the leg side.
Hit straight to Giselle Abrams, who does the fielding, and the Badgers very clinical. They just missed that one run-out opportunity, and I must compliment the ability of Molefe to hit over the top. Well executed shots. It will happen in a power play where you've got fielding restrictions, where you will concede boundaries. That is, I think, part and parcel of the game. Van Rensburg in. Good tidy bowling. And you can also sense the vibe, and you can hear it on the microphones. Good vibe out in the field for the ladies in green. They will be desperate to bounce back after a very disappointing performance yesterday. They had the Lions after 10 overs at 34 for 4, and they had it slip. The Lions amassed 171 and a poor batting performance all over by the Badgers. From Rensburg in to Molefe, and that's another great delivery. She definitely generates some bounce and seam from the movement from the seam on a pitch that has been not a lot of green grass today. Same pitch that was used yesterday.
She's definitely getting the ball to do some talking there off the wicket.
16 for 1.
She's bowled 5 dot balls in this over. She's getting the ball to shape away from the right hand batter. She's been the outside edge a couple of times here. She'll look to get out of the over, probably see a change in the field.
Yeah, that's what I like, the innovation to build up the pressure there, bringing in a slip fielder. That's making sense.
Brought in slip fielder and a gully in position for the last ball of the over.
So Mikeda Rudder is on first slip by the look of things. From Rensburg in. Yeah, well bowled, Nicolene. Over bowled, maiden over. Well, 2 of the 5 overs that's been bowled in this first complement of 5 overs has been maiden overs. Well bowled to the Badgers women.
That is certainly a great start from the Badgers women. 2 maiden overs from Nicolene Jansen van Rensburg and Zintle Kula. This has allowed them to create some pressure that would have probably brought about the downfall of Landsman against Ivoria Yakile as well.
Jason, we're not here obviously to criticize people, but we can ask questions about tactics. Wouldn't you rather pursue with Ivoria Yakile with spin? So we see a bowling change there.
Yeah, I think teams have plans set out in place. Especially
I know what I'm asking you, I'm putting you on the spot, Jason. Nevertheless, I think Ivoria Yakile was really bowling well and to maintain the pressure. But nevertheless, it's Kayakaze Mate into Ramlakan, and she will be off the mark. That ball will most probably run away for 4. There's a chase from Giselle Abrams. She did well, and not very good running from Molefe. But however, Ramlakan is off the mark with a couple. There's one thing which impressed me quite a lot. I mean, you're obviously getting sometimes close to the players, but I like the spirit and the general attitude and even the modesty of the Lions players.
I think they're a well-led team.
Absolutely. You don't want to compare teams with teams, but I'm very, very impressed with their behavior, the general appreciation for the game. There's work out there for Ivoria Yakile as Ramlakan put this one to 3rd man, and that brought Molefe on to strike. I can only assume that Molefe will target to hit one over the inner ring.
Seems to be strong in that area.
Very strong.
Especially straight down the wicket. I think the only question about the bowling change that one might have had, we'll get to it after this ball.
Bit of a sloppy fielding by the wicketkeeper, but no damage to the scorecard.
I think the only question will be asked about with a new batter on strike and the bowling gets changed and Kaya Kazamate is brought into the attack while she hasn't bowled a single delivery yet, whether it would have been better off for them to keep someone who was already in the attack and doing well enough.
Martin Molefe presents herself room straight to Isal Salier as we predicted. Yeah, we're living in the era of social media, but social media is flooded this morning with good wishes and best wishes for Laura Wolfhard and her team.
Definitely, we wish them all luck.
It's a big day for South African sport. Even this morning when I listened to the news, the main news was the good wishes by the President Cyril Ramaphosa to Laura Wolfhard and her troops. And strangely enough, no England, no Australia in the finals. The Badgers won't mind their performance. I think it's just important that KK, and KK is obviously Kayakazi Mate, is getting out of this last ball of the over and the last ball of the power play harmless.
The keeper has done well to come up to the stumps to make sure that she keeps Molefe in her crease.
Yeah, and I can only suggest the way that Molefe is playing that she will attack. She does. Oh, just wide of a diving Zindlekula. But our predictions were 100% right. We learned the players in a very short period of time. And 4 runs added. End of the power play. And the score 23-1. Jason, the Badgers won't be too disappointed with their performance in the power play. Maybe one more wicket. But I mean, you can't be greedy in cricket as you can't be greedy in life.
Most definitely, I think they've done well enough to restrict the line to 23-1 in the power play. I think they can take some landings from that and see with the batters out in the middle, what areas are they hitting, what areas do we try and restrict them. If they've checked, when Molefe has been on strike, 6th ball of the over, she always attacks that. She scored 3 boundaries from 3 different overs of the last balls.
Van Rensburg in to Ramlakan. It's a great delivery, Nicolene. 7 consecutive dot balls from the lady who hails from Secunda. She played for the Titans at junior schools level.
She's certainly extracting quite a lot of movement of the wicket.
Yeah, it's Nicolene's 2nd season here with the Badgers. Oh, that's on the leg side. Work for Julia Hall. And I mean, it's no secret that Nicoline underwent hip surgery before the start of the season, and a remarkable recovery and rehabilitation to be in action again here today. So it'll be interesting to weigh up the contest between Van Rensburg and Molefe.
As you see a change in the field for Molefe with long on out.
Yeah, it's work there for Isal Sohier. The Lions, they played 1 match in this competition. It was against the Dolphins, and that was at the Wonders. They chased down 77 runs to win by 3 wickets. The Badgers, they lost here at home against Western Province by 22 runs, and then last week by 5 wickets against the Dolphins at Kingsmead in Durban. Van Rensburg into Molefe. Oh, it's a great delivery, Nicoline Janssen van Rensburg.
Beating the outside edge once more. She's only considered 1 run from the 10 balls that she's bowled so far. She'll need someone to back that up from the other end.
Good fielding from Zintle Kula. Great athleticism shown. And a nice stop there. Well, records will also tell you of the 28 matches that have been played here, the last 28 matches, that the average score batting here is 121. And it's very close. Batting first is 16. Oh, that's a well played, executed shot. There's work for Ivori Ekile. The boundary will win the race. And 4 runs, well executed shot, taking the score to 29, if I'm not mistaken, after 7 overs. So they're batting at 4.1 per over. I just would like to repeat that statistics. And it's very close. Batting first is 16. Oh, that's a well played, executed shot. There's work for Ivori Ekile. The boundary will win the race. 12. A couple of impressive higher scores here today at this ground. Last season, Western Province, courtesy of a century by Dane van Niekerk, scored 194 for 2 against the Badgers. And KK Mate will bowl over number 8 from the commentary box end. 29 for 1, even Stevens, Jason?
Yes, at this point in time, all equal.
Nice shape and movement.
Just taking pace of that one. Roll of the fingers across that seam. I think at this point in time, no one has really taken control of the game.
I think with the current score, the Badgers will be aimed to restrict the visitors to 110. Airborne. Catch taken by Kula. Wicket for KK Mate. That's the departure of Molefe for 14. With the current score, the Badgers will be aimed to restrict the visitors to 110. Airborne. Catch taken by Kula. Wicket for captain. She takes a regulation catch, and there's some optimism in that huddle of the Badgers.
And well bowled from Kaya Kazamate on that occasion. Yes, width offered, but she's taken pace on that one. Rolling the fingers across that ball, forcing the batter to try and generate some extra pace, extra power on that. Resulted in a wicket. But follow the wicket brings Jenna Evans to the crease.
Jenna Evans. Her highest score of 43 in this 28th match in this format. And once again, the Badgers won't mind the dot balls. I'm saying it again, the crucial batter for the Lions will be again Sunette Fullion-Low.
Definitely. The Badgers will look to create pressure around her, make sure they control the rotation, strike rotation better today.
Firm hit. It's Isal Sulliers running in, that's the fielding. And we spoke about records. The highest run chase here was 153 by the Knights against the Garden Road Badgers, and the player who just does the fielding, Isal Sulliers, was obviously playing in that night side, and she was part of that batting lineup that fired on all cylinders. Kayakaze Mate, she's got 2 balls left in this second over. Airborne in the gap, that's 4. Will it run away? Yes, it does. That's a poor delivery from Kayakaze Mate. Short, long hop outside of. She's got 2 balls left in this second over. Airborne in the gap, that's 4. Will it run away? Yes, it does.
The line is too wide, allows the batter to free their arms.
The Ramlakan, she was run out yesterday. Mate to Ramlakan wide. It's also widened by umpire Falkwayne. And we had to wait 41 balls before the first wide has been bowled. That's quite disciplined bowling.
As a coach, you'll be happy to see that. You're not happy for the wide, but the fact that the team has been disciplined enough for that long.
It's in fact 47 balls and not 41. Yeah, it's better bowling KK Mate. End of the over. So 8 overs gone, 36 for 2. Yeah, yesterday we had some rain. Not often that you've got typical Western Cape winter rain on the first day of November, and it obviously also had an impact on the outcome of this game. And I guess it is Kiara Fisher. She was impressive yesterday. I forgot one thing to ask her: the methodology of bowling the first 3 balls over the wicket, and the second complement of 3 balls of a 6 in the over around the wicket. But let's look if that's going to be the same methodology today in the Pro20 match. Fisher in to Ramlakan, who seems to be on good form, is on 12 from 16. Advancing down the wicket. Not scared to advance again, down the wicket.
She looks a very confident batter. And Kiara Fisher will also be confident on the back of that bowling performance yesterday.
She bowled very well. It's good bowling by Fisher.
And with this type of discipline, one would expect that this will not be a high scoring inning.
Just wide of Vivodi, Akelu dives, and they will not take on the arm of Alisha Swat. Quite challenging for commentators to identify fielders with similar hairstyles and body looks. Fisher around the wicket as predicted. Swat will run in. That's very good running by the Lions. Yeah, they run the first run very hard. The intent was clear, and 2 more runs added to the total.
That was great cricket all around. She held that into the pocket and made sure she took off for that single very hard for the first one.
That's great cricket from Ramlakan. She noticed the gap, will not run away. Giselle Abrams will do the fielding, but it will be 2 comfortable runs added to the total.
Very good batting from the Ramlakan, who moves to 17 from 9 balls without taking any particular risks.
Yeah, Kiara Fisher played the majority of her cricket at this level for the Dolphins. 40 of those matches. Flight, hit, in the gap. Would it be a couple again? No. Good fielding by Isel Salier this time, preventing anything more. 7 runs after the first over from Kiara Fisher, and the Lions 43 for 2. Now, if you look at the stats from Kiara Fisher in this format, I've mentioned that she already played 40 matches, all of those obviously for the Durban-based franchise, and she bagged 30 wickets, economy rate 5.3, and the introduction of leg spin from the commentary box end now, Jason. It's the first time that I can remember that Giselle Abrams is operating from the commentary box end of the ground. Into the gap.
Nicely flighted to start off with. A confident drive into the covers.
Yeah, Ramlakan certainly the senior partner of the two. First time we can see if Giselle Abrams, who hails from the Boland, is actually spinning the ball. A very good fielder. The cover point area. That's a good ball.
This is set up to be an exciting end, second half to this inning. Only 2 wickets lost.
Oh, there's a shout for leg before, that should be out. Umpire Lennon Folkwain is on move, it's a very good call. We'll have the replay now.
Second half to this inning. Only 2 wickets lost.
Oh, there's a shout for leg before, that should be out. Umpire Lennon Folkwain.
Better.
A very good shout indeed. Yeah, that was a great delivery from Giselle Abrams, and as you said, maybe just hitting outside the line of off stump.
Just by a hand.
Evans on strike, and that's not a good delivery, but very good coverage made. That is a very good piece of fielding. Is that Mika de Ridder, who runs all the way from square leg to fine leg, picks it up, a nice strong throw, and 1 run added to the total.
Again, halfway, 47 for 2. At the very least, the Lions will look to get the average score on this ground.
That average score that you refer to is 121. But I'm still of the opinion that in the new era, and I'm referring to the professional era, 121 is a bit below par. But nevertheless, it's Kiara Fisher operating from the Freda Street end of the ground to Ramlakan. Diaro Ramlakan is on strike, she's on 20 from 13 balls. Very good batting performance. Nice bounce there. Coming down the wicket into the hands, that is Isel Salier. So it's Evans that's dismissed, She did one straight in the throat of his Elsevier and a good catch taken. 47 for 3. Good breakthrough. Coming down the wicket into the hands, that is Izel's very safe pair of hands. In fact, yesterday it was a similar situation. I just think it was a better catch. On the boundary it was taken by Izel Solier. And will this be the twist in the tail here with Sunette Viljoen Low coming into bat with a score at 47 for 3 and we're at over number 11. She was the player of the match yesterday. She's got a liking to score runs here in Oudtshoorn. Viljoen Low on strike. Coming down the wicket. 42 years of age. Around the wicket. Oh, there's some hesitation there, but well run by Ramla Khan, making the call as she's running to the danger end.
The intentions are here from Viljoen Low, charging down the first 2 deliveries.
Yeah, she's batting at a strike rate of 199.12, Viljoen Low. Ramla Khan. Good bowling from Kiara Fisher. Good over from Fisher. Only conceded at 1 run. She picked up the wicket of Jenna Evans. Caught and long on by Izel Solier. Down the wicket and a very good over from Kiara Fisher. Tight bowling by the Badgers, squeezing things close and tight here.
With 9 overs to go, Lions are 48 for 3. They'll look to increase the scoring rate at this point in time.
Yeah, they has won the toss here today. And Giselle Abrams conceded 4 runs, the leg spinner. She will continue to operate from the commentary box end of the ground to the right-hander Sunette Viljoen Low's 1 ball, 1 run, flight, hit. But there's protection out there. Swart, Annika Swart does the fielding.
You feel she has missed out on that full.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full one.
It was a juicy full toss. Only 1 run. Annika Swart also a very good fielder. Flight. Full toss. Out to Izel Solier. Well, I can just imagine, if you look where Izel Solier is fielding, Jason, running from long off to long on after every 6 balls.
Very dependable fielder. She did that.
Dot ball, Giselle Abrams.
She did that yesterday throughout the middle overs towards the back end of the innings as well.
Yeah, the intent of Sunette Viljoen Low is very clear. She wants to get on with things because they are under pressure here in the gap, not prevent a single. What the Badgers would definitely need to do is to restrict the boundaries. That will keep them and put them in a very good position. Ramla Khan, she's there for a while now. She's on strike. That's not a good delivery. Hit into the gap. But once again, Swart does very well. Made a lot of ground. It's a nice, strong arm.
She moves very well across the field.
Yeah, and again, Ramla Khan will feel that she missed out on an opportunity to capitalize with a boundary. Ooh. Oh no, she was dropped yesterday. Abrams will be disappointed. She will be very disappointed. She missed out on an opportunity to capitalize with a boundary. Ooh. Oh no, she was dropped yesterday.
One down.
Yeah, Sunette Viljoen was put down yesterday with a score on 42. She went on to score 74 from 100 balls. She was really the glue that kept the Lions innings together and to enable them to a competitive and eventually match-winning score of 174 all out. Fisher to Ramlakan. And I can assume that Ramlakan will try to get on with things. Is that also a drop catch?
That was along the ground.
Fisher to Ramlakan. And I can assume that Ramlakan will try to get on with things. Is that also a drop catch? Well spotted, Jason. This one is hit too long off. Kayakaze Mate. Nonchalant pick up the ball, returns it to the bowler.
And those two straight fielders on the boundary will be very busy now. Till the end of this inning, especially with the spinners in operation.
Fisher, that should be a couple. Julia Wall comes in, good running from Ramlakan, in and out.
Ramlakan has done very well to be 25 from 19 without taking risks.
I just had a look. I mean, she's much better than a career best score suggests, which is 26. And that will equal a previous career best score, which he scored for the Lions against the Gardenwood Badgers 2 seasons ago at the Wanderers in Johannesburg. So she's on 26 now. And Sunette Viljoen is on 4. Fisher to Viljoen. They will not take on Nicolene Janssen van Rensburg, that I can assure you. Short. Kula does the fielding. Dot ball. End of the over. So it's 13 overs gone, 57 for 3. Very good tight bowling by the Badgers. They only conceded 10 runs in the last 3 overs.
Certainly great work from their spin bowlers. And the fielders have complemented that good work.
Giselle Abrams, she will operate and bowl a third over here from the commentary box into Ramlakan. Flight, but it will not be more than just a single. Isal Silliers runs around, does the fielding. Western Province, as we said earlier, they rampant against the Northwest Dragons in Potchefstroom. They're 107 for 1. Just a punch, dot ball. Ooh, it's a misfield there. With Faith Honeycliffe, she scored a match-winning innings here 3 weeks ago. She's on 46 not out. The Badgers will be disappointed in conceding a single there. Abrams to Ramlakan. Flight. Hit over, but there's protection out there. Kayakaze Mate runs in. And the Lions, they struggle to hit boundaries here.
They'll need a few big blows here to get that run rate closer and above 6 to the over.
Viljoen low. No, just a single. Good work from Swart. She's really a great fielder on the boundary fence.
And credit to the Badgers, they've got the right fielders in the right places.
Absolutely. And they are alert. They're not standing and sleeping. Abrams, she would like to get this one. Airborne taken. Good bowling, good pressure building. Julia Hall takes the catch, and that's the departure of Ramlakan for 28. The score 62 for 4. Ramlakan caught by Julia Hall from the bowling of Giselle Abrams. I was about to say, and I said it, just pitch it on, don't make it a full toss, and she picked up a wicket. The Badgers, if they can keep the momentum and restrict the Lions, they're in for a game here today.
Very well played, 28 from 22 from...
Abrams, she would like to get this one. Airborne taken. Good bowling, good bowling.
The elevation she was looking for on that occasion. It's it straight to Julia Hall.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, a career best for Dara Ramlakan here. The previous best was 2 seasons ago, 26 against the Badgers at the Wanderers in Johannesburg. But today here at the recreation ground, she made 28. So there's a new batter. It is...
It is Raisi Mendozake, the T20 captain.
Yeah, 100% right. Raisibe Ntozake facing Giselle Abrams. Ooh, airborne fielding done by Zintle Kula. You can see the energy in the green team here. And disciplined bowling, only one wide bowled, and that was by Kaya Kazemate. Jason, that's high level of bowling discipline.
That is very commendable from the bowling unit.
Fisher to Full-Yun Low. Oh, in the gap. That one will run away for 4. Great shot by Full-Yun Low. And very important to hit a boundary with the first ball of the over is always what? Fisher to Full-Yun Low. Oh, in the gap. That one will run away for 4. Great shot by Full-Yun Low.
That's 4.
Fisher to Low. And that's 4 more. That's a magnificent shot. And this is the most expensive over already in the innings of the Lions.
That's 4.
Fisher to Low. And that's 4 more.
Great execution here from Full-Yun Low. Splitting those 2 boundary riders on the leg side.
Just shows the discipline and experience from Full-Yun Low. She knows that she hit 2 boundaries already, and as we became accustomed to, the next 3 deliveries from Kiara Fisher will be around the wicket. Into the gap. It's well hit, but it will only be a single as Isolde here tightly does the fielding. It's quite an expensive over from the Badgers' point of view, conceding 9 runs, Kiara Fisher, courtesy of 2 back-to-back boundaries with the first 2 balls of the over from the 42-year-old former Olympian silver medalist, Sunette Full-Yun Low. Flight. Work for Zintle Kula. She did well to prevent a run. To Zaki Raisibe, as Jason earlier mentioned, wearing the armband today, the captain on strike. Oh, work for Evodia Yakile. Over bowled, 70 for 4 after 15. Yeah, Viljoen Low is on 15. Just for the record, there was a court and bowl chance from my own bowling by Giselle Abrams. It was firmly back to her when she was on 2. So Abrams will now complete a complement of 4 overs with Viljoen Low on strike, and she will be desperate to put things right here. We can assume that Viljoen Low will try to advance down the track and unsettle the bowler. Short. Julia Hall does the fielding. Dot ball.
Giselle Abrams has bowled well. But that one over where there were full tosses and batters couldn't get them away.
Good delivery that, but it's short. And Kayakaze Mate is patrolling the offside boundary. Once again, nonchalantly and casual, pick up the ball and throws it to the keeper. The captain, Raisibe, on strike. Airborne. That's 4 runs. Great shot. She advanced down the track. And will the Badgers pick up the ball and throws it to the keeper? The captain, Raisibe, on strike. Airborne. That's 4 runs. Great shot. She advanced down the track.
Took full advantage of that. A tight single to mid off, safely home.
Yeah, I can only assume that the last 4 overs will be bowled, 2 by the captain Zintle Kule and 2 by Nicolien Jansen van Rensburg. I will be very surprised if that is not the case. Abrams to Viljoen Low. Great effort. Great effort. Very surprised if that is not the case. Abrams to Viljoen Low. 80 up for the Lions. This is airborne. It should be taken by Isel Sillier. It is taken. That's a breakthrough, a vital wicket. And congratulations, Giselle Abrams. That is an important wicket in the context of this innings. She's dismissed for 20. The last ball of the 15th over. 80 up for the Lions. This is airborne. It should be taken by Isel Sillier. It is taken. That's a breakthrough, a vital wicket.
That up, out onto the long on boundary, and Sillier completes the catch. That wicket brings Faye Cowling out to the crease.
Now we saw that yesterday. Doesn't mean if there's 5 wickets down that you're into the tail. They've got a very deep, they're batting very deep, the Lions. And
as they can score runs from any position here, as we saw yesterday.
Well.
The change of bowling from the fielder straight end to the Vodia Yakile coming back into the attack.
Jason, what do you take of this?
I think there might be opportunities created here.
Well, let's see what happened. Yakile to the captain Raisibe. Short, single. Well, I'm of the opinion that you sit with Zintle Kula, who's got 2 overs left, and Nicolien Jansen van Rensburg also 2 overs left. They've been extremely economical, but the captain has got other ideas, and Cowling will take strike against Evodia Yakile. Dot ball to Nicolien Janssen van Rensburg. That one almost carried to Janssen van Rensburg. Single out to Julia Hall. While Kula has bowled 2 overs, she only conceded 5 runs, and Van Rensburg 2 overs and she only conceded 6 runs. Yakile. Well, that's a dot ball.
With those type of figures to the seamers, there is great confidence shown to
Absolutely.
Yakile.
Absolutely.
Let's head out to the long on boundary, just short of Celia. Last ball of the over, should look to finish strong here. Dot ball
Need to
of
finish
1.
strong. Well, in the context of the game, to concede 4 runs in over number 17, Jason, I don't think that's too bad. Overbowled. 84 for 5. 3 more overs left. And Nicolien Janssen van Rensburg, she will bowl a minimum, I think, of 2 overs. She will bowl overs number 18 and 20 from the commentary box end of the ground, and Cowling is on strike. Slower delivery into Kula.
Great start to the over, dot ball. Then for the next 3 overs, they'll look to go at no more than three boundaries conceded. Then they would have done very well.
Yeah, that will restrict them to under 120. Let's work for Mika the Redder. She's got a very strong arm. She runs around to square leg, does the fielding. Well, the news from Navi Mumbai, the World Cup final between South Africa and India. We'll fill you in after this delivery from Nicolien van Rensburg. And that is a boundary. That's a well-hit shot. A magnificent shot from Raisibe, the captain. Is that the toss has been delayed due to a wet outfield. Mumbai, the World Cup final between South Africa and India. We'll fill you in after this delivery from Nicolien van Rensburg. And that is a boundary. That's a well-hit shot. A magnificent shot. Van Rensburg in. Kaze Mashi runs around, does the fielding. No run added to the total. And we're in for an exciting contest here this afternoon. Well, let me rather say this morning. Nicolien Janssen van Rensburg has got 2 balls left. Firmly hit. But Isal Soulier is tidy in the field. One more ball left in this over number 18. And the batting run rate for the first time reaches 5 per over. Hit over Soulier, that's into the gap, that's a great shot. from Cowling, also quite an expensive over, considered 10 runs in the over, they scored 94 for 5.
Great over from the Lions here. Looking to push that run rate closer to 6 by the end of this inning.
Yeah, and I can imagine that Janse van Rensburg will be quite disappointed. The background music, you can hear the music of Queen, Freddie Mercury, as Yakile runs in. Airborne, work for Kayakaze Mate, and that's only a single, well bowled Evodia Yakile. Gritty partnership of 15 here for the 6 wicket.
Yeah, they'll look to take this to the end of the 20th over.
Cowling, Julia Hall is out on the cow corner fence, does the fielding, but it will not prevent a single. Same result, it will be another single out to Evodia Yakile. Now my question is, Zintle Kule will bowl the last over.
Definitely be between her and Janse van Rensburg to take that last over.
In the gap, that's 4 with Offord, and a great shot, great execution by Faye Cowling.
Great shot from Faye Cowling. Waiting for that slow one. Great use of the crease. Go deep in the crease to access the offside. Great execution.
And in the meanwhile, the 100 has also come up in the penultimate over Yakile. Through to the keeper, the end of the Yakile spell, 1 for 23 and 4. And, well, she conceded almost 6 runs to the over. So we will into the last over. And Zintle Kula will bowl the last over with the Lions at 102.5.
You called it earlier, at 110 would be a good target for the Badgers.
Jason, I just call it, but it's not that I know what's going on. But I said to myself, if they can restrict the Lions to 110, and remember the Badgers are not very good chasers. They showed it here against Western Province in this format, and then the captain pulled out of that. But all in all, a very good performance from the Badgers today. They certainly did exceptionally well. They wanted to have a bat first. It was a little bit despondent, and they did well to put things together. Some good bowling, some good fielding. Kula in. Airborne. Solier takes the catch. No, she doesn't. Well, Isel Solier. She's got a great pair of hands, but she's only a human after all. It was a little bit despondent, and they did well to put things together. Some good bowling, some good fielding. Kula in. Airborne. Solier takes the catch. No, she doesn't. Good bowling. She really bent her back there.
Yeah, the drop catch will put a little bit of fire in the fast bowler's belly.
Kula runs in. Ooh, Well bowled, Zintle Kula. Once again, as you say, some fire in the belly of the captain there. It's great to see that.
It's good to see that. Also, I think tough one for Cilliers to put that one down.
Yeah,
usually very dependable.
I might ever be still a bit hard on the captain. You bowled 2.3 overs, you only conceded 6 runs. Why not bowling a 4th over? There's an opportunity there. Kayakaze Mate takes the catch. That's exactly what I'm speaking about. The Lions, they're in trouble here. Only 103, 6 wicket down. I might ever be still a bit hard on the captain. You bowled 2.3 overs, you only conceded 6 runs. Why not bowling a 4th over? There's an opportunity there. Kayakaze Mate takes the catch. You can see the relief on the body language of Kayakaze Mate.
Well, I think that with 2 balls left, the Badgers will be very happy with where they're setting.
Jason, we will say to one another, if you can't chase down 103 for 6 or 110 in a Pro20 game, you don't deserve to win. But I must say, a very good effort from Zintle Kula and her Badgers outfit today. So Khomotso Rapu is on strike. She's the new batter.
So look for a minimum boundary in these last two balls. At least 1 boundary. Get close to 110.
Oh, and the bowler is on a hat-trick all of a sudden. Zintle Kula. Great bowling, Zintle Kula. Rapu offers herself some width to work that one down to fine leg.
Kula finishing strong here.
And more importantly, the other informed batter, Faye Cowling, is stranded at the non-striker's end.
He's only faced 1 delivery in this over. They'll be kicking themselves over that.
Yeah, there's still a delay in the toss at the DY Patel Stadium in Navi, Mumbai, due to a wet outfield. The drizzle has returned and the covers are coming back on.
Zintle Kula on a hat-trick here. Last ball of the inning.
And that's an opportunity for a hat-trick.
No ball.
No!
No ball called. Fielder misses it. Goes for a boundary. 1 more ball.
Yeah. And that's an opportunity for a hat-trick.
No ball.
No!
No ball called. Fielder. The score moves to 108 for 7. With 1 legal delivery left.
Yeah, Kelly does the fielding. And Cowling will be on strike. Leg bye signalled. And that is the end of the innings. They end on 109 for 7. Zintle Kula, exceptional bowling. 2 for 11 in her 3 overs, and I would say that the Badgers, being asked to bowl first, will be quite happy with the target that they restrict the Lions to. Jason?
I think the Badgers will be very happy with a target of 110 to chase. I think they've done very well to bowl in partnerships and control the run rate and pick up wickets at regular intervals to make sure that the Lions do not get away from them. Now it will be down to their batters to formulate partnerships and look to get them over the line against a formidable Lions bowling attack.
You're 100% right, formidable Lions bowling attack. Just to confirm, Mulefi made 14, Landsman 7, Ramlakan a good 28, Jenna Evans made 4, Sunette Viljoen has been dropped with a score on 2. She went on to make 20, caught by Isel Salier from the bowling of Giselle Abrams, Raisibe 14, Cowling 14 not out, Gomotsarapu not, and Nettleton was not out on 4. Kula, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 11 and 3. Ivodi Yekili 1 for 23 in her 4. Kaya Kazimate bowled 2 overs, she conceded 14. She picked up 1 wicket. Kiara Fisher 1 for 22. And Giselle Abrams 2 for 22. We'll be back soon to take you through the Badgers running chase. So we're back in commentary with the news that the Badgers will need 110 runs to win their first Pro20 match of the season, this being their third after they lost here at home against Western Province, and last weekend they lost by 5 wickets against the Dolphins. A target of 110 courtesy of a very good bowling and fielding performance. Zintle Kula bowled exceptionally well, and also 2 wickets for Kiara Fisher. So the Lions, they ended on 109 for 7. The best contribution, Diana Ramlakan made 28, and Sunette Fulyun-Low, the star of yesterday, she made 20 after she's been dropped with a score at 2. And if there's an opportunity for the Badgers to get into the W column, today is the day. I feel that 110 is an achievable target, and they just need to be positive up front, take their chances, and the rest will take care of themselves. Obviously the power play will be very important. That's exactly where I think the Badgers has done very well. They restricted the Lions to 23 for 1 after their 6 overs. And bearing in mind the average score here is 121. So a below par batting performance by the Badgers will enable the Lions to take this one and win 2 in a row in the Pro20 format, after they also defeated the Dolphins earlier in the season in their opening game. So Nadine Mooley is on strike, obviously a very experienced player, and Mkhize will open the bowling from the Freda Street end of the ground. Jason, it's going to be scintillating.
Oh, something of the weekend there for William Mkhize up front. It will certainly be exciting to tune into this run chase by the Badgers. I think some control with their batting and shot making will be key for them.
Yeah, their bowlers and their fielders did all the hard work earlier today. Mkhize, left arm, she shapes it around, but that is where Moodley is very, very good. Anything short pitch, she will put away for 4, and a good start for Nadine Moodley.
Great start there. Identifying slightly short of a length and climbing onto that.
Yeah, Moodley made a debut in this format. And that's an opportunity for a hat-trick.
No ball.
No!
No ball called. Fielder misses it.
Run away over the boundary for 4. No, it's a great stop there from Cowling, it seems to be. But it will not prevent 2 runs. Great stop there. No, that's great sportsmanship, Jason, by the Lions. Exceptional.
Exceptional.
That is something which we spoke about it earlier, the great behavior, the great presence. That is great to see. So it's 8 runs. Mkhize in to Moodley. Forward defensive.
I think that call for the boundary from Ramlakan is testament to the team culture.
Absolutely. Mkhize into Moodley. Moodley will feel that she missed out there. Over bowled the score 9 without loss. And for those of you who tune into this broadcast, thank you very much. I know that you will also keep an eye on the proceedings in the ICC World Cup final between South Africa and India in Navi Mumbai. Well, it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and the news is bucketing down. Controlled today by the Badgers is their run chase.
We'll look to continue on that great stand in the first over as we see Rapo into the attack from the commentary side end. She bowled quite beautifully yesterday with a wrist spin.
One more runs required for victory here. Oh, and that's a great shot from Julia Hall. 4 runs. What a start to the over from Julia Hall. She failed yesterday after a 50 in the opening match here against Western Province and an undefeated 105 last weekend against the Dolphins in a Pro 50 competition.
That's a short over player in form. Identified, flighted, full pitch delivery, and hence that pass made off to pick up a 4.
Short. Into the gap.
After this great start, the Badgers do not need to take any risks. They just need to take the singles on offer and put away the bad balls that will be presented to them. Lions will be sniffing for any half chances or opportunities to pick up a wicket here.
Short. Work from Mkhize, but it will not prevent a single. Am I right in saying that Leo Molefe is the wicketkeeper today?
That's correct.
Yeah, she got 14 runs with the bat, courtesy of some very nice over this mid boundaries, spin away from the right-hander. Yeah, she hit a few over the top. Quite an aggressive batter.
She looked very aggressive against anything that allowed her an opportunity to access mid-off and middle.
All straight to Mkhize. I think Julia Hall will feel that she missed out there. Ball was short.
Look to hit those through the field on the offside. The field out.
Another dot ball from Khomotsarapu. Over bowled, 2 overs bowled. The Badgers 15 without loss. Nadine Mooley on 9 and Julia Hall on 5. And they're chasing 110. So we will see a change of bowling from the Freda Street end of the ground. Sarah Nettleton will come into the attack. Well, I can assume that the captain of the Lions will roll out all the dice as soon as possible to create a breakthrough.
Slip in place.
Nettleton to Moodley. Firmly hit. Mid off. So Gina Evans does the fielding. to the bowler. No need for Mooley to lose patience here. She did well, 3 dot balls.
Great start from Littleton. A little to squeeze in this power play.
Nettleton to Moodley. Oh, there's an appeal there. Umpire Sunbury Stratham is unmoved. I must say the umpiring in general yesterday and also today has been very good.
And that's an opportunity for
It's
that.
just a replay of the last ball of the innings, which was a no ball. Well, Captain Zinhle Kula was on a hat trick. Well bowled, maiden over from Sarah Nettleton. Now, those things will come. It's just psychologically the way that the Badgers will deal with that. But well bowled by Nettleton.
Well ball from Littleton. As you see, another maiden over in the power play.
Now the Badgers bowled 2, one by Zinhle Kula and one by Nicolene Jansen van Rensburg.
Certainly been a great weekend for the bowlers out of the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn.
Khomotso Rapu in wide and wided by umpire Falkwain. Julia Hall hit this one into her pads, she into her legs and just missing off stump.
Can afford to let a few go past.
In the gap? No, not in the gap. It will still be a dot ball, and we saw a big deal of dot balls. There was the wide early in the over, which also obviously helped. One more run, one extra ball. Well, the Lions, Jason, they will not give this away, eh?
They will not make it easy for the Badgers. They'll keep fighting till that last run or the last wicket is picked up to give us a winner in this game.
Rapu to Hall, short. That one should run away for 4. That's the one where she missed the line, and 4 runs for Julia Hall. Our sensible batting, the bad ball will come. She did well to capitalize. She's very strong in that area, and 4 runs for Julia Hall, taking the Badgers to 20 without loss, with 1 more delivery left in this 4th over.
Paul drops that shot, looking for the quicker one, released in front of the hand. Julia Hall takes full advantage of that to access behind square on the leg side.
Defensive. Yeah, up in Potchefstroom at the JB Marks Oval, where Western Province is playing the host to Northwest Dragons. Western Province, a very convincing 192 for 3. Faye Tunnicliffe made 64 and Laura Goodall 60. Delmarie Tucker 45, not out. And in reply, the Dragons are 4 for 1 now. So Sarah Nettleton, after a tidy opening over, as predicted and expected, She will continue with spin from the Freddie Street end of the ground. And on strike is Nadine Mooley, who's a 9 from 13. And we'll keep an eye on Nettleton. It's still in the power play with only 2 fielders, one at long on and one at cow corner out on the boundary. Moodley, this one out to Ramlakan, who does the fielding. Over the top, and 3 fielders chasing. This time it's Ramlakan that will cut it off. And Moodley will pick up a couple. The score now 22 without loss. 10 more balls left in the power play. Nettleton. Quicker delivery. Steer down. Very athletic dive towards the left.
It's great work there from Ramlakan behind square on the offside. Keeping that to 1.
But it will not prevent a single. So Julia Hall is on strike. She's on 9 from 11 balls. Kept a bit lower.
Kept a bit low, wide outside off. Just missing out on that one with presented with the filled up. Should want to take advantage of those ones.
Tidy shot from Julia Hall. Worked this one around the leg side behind square to pick up a single. And 1 run added to the total, taking the score to 24. With 1 ball left in this, the 5th over. And once again, Sarah Nettleton will be keen to exit this over without any damage. End of the over. So that's the end of 5 overs. The Badgers on 24 without loss. And at this time, not too stressed about the run rate achieved versus the required run rate, Jason.
No, I think the most important thing are those wickets in hand for them. They can be able to control the middle phase of the inning and try and push together win towards the latter stages of the game. As you see, a change in the bowling. Refilwe Moncho into the attack.
Yeah, she didn't play yesterday, Refilwe Moncho. We saw the previous over where she chased the ball, cut it off short of the boundary. And on strike will be Julia Hall, who's on 10. Short. Oh, that's a great diving effort. But that one will most probably run away for 4 runs for Julia Hall. Great start to the over. The last over of the power play, taking the score to 28.
Julia Hall takes full advantage of a short and wide delivery from Moncho to start the over with a boundary.
Refilwe Moncho.
Badgers are 28 for no loss with 82 runs to win.
Kizzy does the fielding.
I have to say the two batters have looked in control. They have not looked flustered at all. They don't look rushed.
Monchu. Over the top. Not over the top. Put down. Well, there's still an opportunity for a run out here. And yeah, that's not good cricket altogether. Mkhize.
Julia Hall with one full, slightly outside of, tries to go over the top. Mkhize not in a great position to complete the catch, pulls one down. And confusion running between the wickets there.
1 run added to the total was a great opportunity for the Lions to break into this. Moodley, this one will run away to third man. Tidy fielding from Nettleton will not stop a single.
With 2 balls left in the over, I think the Badgers should just look to see these out. If there's an opportunity to score, take the runs on offer, but do not lose any wickets in the power play.
Firmly hit. Oh, that's a great stop. But it will not prevent a single. That was a certain boundary by the captain, who dives towards the right. Monchu in over the top. That one will be safe, and it will be a single. Well, it's power play, so chances are there to be taken. The Badgers 32 without loss, and in comparison, the Lions were 23 for 1 after 6 overs.
With 78 runs to win from 14 overs, the Badgers should be favourites at this point.
Yeah, the required rate is 5.6. And Nettleton has been very economical. She will be aiming to keep it that way, keep it like that, and not complicate matters from the Freda Street end of the ground with Nadine Mooley on strike. Oh, that's a well executed reverse sweep shot, and it will run away for 4. Pressure off immediately. Nadine Mooley, she's quite an experienced player. She played for South Africa before. This is her 31st appearance in this format. As I've said earlier, she's got a century to her name. And well played, Nadine Mooley.
Great start to the over there, seeing that there's no one behind square on the offside. Bringing that reverse left into play. And immediately brings about a change in the field. Was shot third man in place.
Nettleton to Moodley. And that's very sensible cricket. Picking up the single.
Great batsman there, using the width of the crease to open up the leg side.
37 without loss. Julia Hall is on strike. It's a punch towards square leg. Cowling runs in, does the fielding, and it will not prevent a single. Nice control shot by Julia Hall. Off her hips. Firmly in control of that shot, but straight to the fielder. But as I've said, a single added to the total. Moodley on strike. brings Sunette Villion-Low in to action. Once again a single, and already 7 runs from the first 4 balls of the over. The Badgers will welcome that. They do not want to put pressure on themselves in chasing down this modest total. All. Yeah, that's good observation from the misfield, picking up a single. And Jason, as you correctly said, they will try to keep wickets in hand, as many as possible, not to complicate this run chase.
Yeah, look to keep it as simple as you possibly can.
But Nettleton has the final say, and that's a dismissal of Nadine Mooley. Well bowled, Sarah Nettleton. So the Badgers lost their first wicket on 40 with the last ball of the 7th over, and she's made a good contribution, Nadine Mooley. Not a great contribution, but a good contribution. And in comes Isel Sillier.
Well bowled there from Sarah Nettleton. Saw the batter giving herself a bit of room to the leg side. That's one in. Yorkshire. Clean bowls. Badgers are 40 for 1. Even with the wicket loss, the Badgers will be happy with that opening stand of 40 in 7 overs, which gives them a chance to build on from that solid foundation.
Yeah, Julia Hall and Isel Sillier, they have been instrumental in a few partnerships this season. Specifically in the games where the Badgers win those specific matches, and today will be no exception, where the Badgers duckout will rely a lot on Isel Sillier and Julia Hall. Hall is on 18, and Sillier is yet to open her account and yet to face her first ball. She will be on the non-strikers end, as Rafule Monchu will run into bowl to Julia Hall. Just wide, a diving fielder. Is also here. She played 53 matches in this format. She scored 1 century and 6 half centuries. The century was in the 2018-19 season for Free State against Kai, and she's got a healthy strike rate of 91.3, scoring more than 1,155 runs in this format.
Let's that one go outside off. Look to get accustomed to the pace and the bounce of the wicket as quickly as she possibly can to put a stamp on this match and this run chase.
Well, she will be crucial. Just keep an eye on umpire Lennon Falkwane. But there was bat involved to fine leg, and she's off the mark. No, there's no bat involved. There's the leg by signal by umpire Lennon Falkwane. So Julia will be on strike again against Rafule Monchu. Well played. Now, unlike yesterday, I don't think we will have any rain today. But on the scoreboard, there's also the very important Duckworth Lewis Stern equal score. And the pass score is 37 and the Badgers are now at 42. So that will normally give you an indication where the momentum and the balance of the game is. Jason? Yes, there's a single for Julia Hall.
That certainly does give you an indication of who's on top. And the Badgers are slightly edging it at this juncture. And their wickets in hand are playing a crucial role in getting them slightly ahead of the Lions as we speak.
There's a proper swing from Isel here. And through to the keeper. End of the over. Not a tidy over from Monchu. And the score now 43 for 1 after 8. Just try to work out what is the communication between the umpire. It seems to me that they would like to move the side screens. If that is the case, but nevertheless. Play will continue. Sarah Nettleton, she sniffed blood in the previous over when she bowled Nadine Moody. She will continue from the Freda Street end and bowl the last of a complement of 4 overs. And on strike is Julia Halls on 20 not out. Nettleton to all. Going hack at that one, there's protection out there. Tidy fielded, 1 run added to the total.
Nettleton has been very miserly this morning. 1 for 13 in 3.2.
Is also here yet to get off the mark. She faced 3 deliveries. Oh, that's right into a full toss into the gap. They will definitely come back for the second. Julia Hall will run to the danger end, but she will be well safe.
Great running there from Julia Hall, identifying that this ball is not getting to the boundary and pushing that first one really hard. Get back nice and safe.
You can hear the sound, the healthy sound of the willow on the ladder. But that's only 1 for Solias. She won't mind. She firmly start to get the eye in. 47 for 1. And Nettleton has got 2 balls left. Rather economical, only conceded 16 runs thus far.
Owner. Iso.
All. Clever play, working it out, picking up a single. It's definitely a weekend for the bowlers. I know it's small margins, Jason, but that required run rate of 5.6. I don't think it should pose a threat at this point in time. It's definitely something which the Lions will also have a look at. End of the over. So it's 9 overs gone, the score 49 for 1. And in a comparative score, after 9 overs, the Lions were 43 for 2.
Was item pop?
At this stage in time, the required rate, as you rightfully mentioned, wouldn't be too much of a concern for the Badgers. But the Lions will look to strike to get a couple more wickets and build up more dot balls. Push that above 6.
Yeah, Rafulwe Moncho. Soliers on strike. Earlier today, the best contributions for the Lions came from Diana Ramlakan, who made 28, and 20 for So net full you low. Well bowled. Like to have a look at that one again. Molefe is up behind the stumps. She did well to stop that one.
He came off the boot. I'll see here.
Moncho in to Salier. That's an absolute textbook forward defensive shot as you can get it in the MCC coaching manual, Jason.
Very confident forward defensive there. It's like she owns her space when she's out on the crease. He knocks one down to long off to get off strike.
The required run rate 5.7 is still under control. Short. Straight to the fielder. A little bit of frustration for Julia Hall. Well, they've got 50 and they need 60 more runs and 62 deliveries left. Basically a run a ball. Ooh, it's a massive attempt there from Hall.
Yeah, I'll probably be in here and say, stay in control, stay in the moment. We do not need to do anything hasty at this point.
Yeah, and the rest should take care of itself. Moncho in. Firmly hit. Will not prevent a single. So we're halfway in the innings. They require another 59 runs from 60 balls. That will tell you that the required rate is basically 6 per over. But what's good for the Badgers is they've got 9 wickets in hand.
At this stage, the Lions were 47 for 2.
Yeah, not a big difference. Difficult weekend to score runs here at the recreation grounds.
This partnership will be key for both teams. Lions will be looking to break it as quickly as possible.
And Ntozake Rasibi. She's the captain today. She will operate from the Freire Street end. And Hall will feel that she missed out there. Oh, that's good running. Very good running. Is also here putting pressure on the fielders there. That's very good running. Julia Hall hasn't got the same tall legs as Iselso here. But she did well to run to the danger end.
She's very quick across the ground.
Yeah, and the other match in Potchefstroom, it's a tall order for the home side, who's been relegated at the beginning of the season. Northwest Dragons, they're chasing 193. They are currently 47. It's just one more ball. It's hit out too long on. And one run to Julia Hall. I like the self-confidence that Julia Hall has portrayed here today.
She certainly looks a different player from last season. I think the new responsibilities, being top of the order, has definitely brought out the best in him.
Yeah, just to come back, Dragons chasing 193. They're currently 47 for 3 in the 8th over. Rasibe to Sillier with offer in the gap, and that's a pressure release cover drive for 4. Actually cut from the back foot, still recovers for 4. Great shot.
Great into the over there by Sillier. Moves the Badgers to 58 for 1 after 11. Making sure they're staying with that required run rate. They're not letting that get out of control.
Eleven overs gone, 58 for 1. And it is still raining in Mumbai. And if I'm reading the remarks here on Cricket Info, it is absolutely housing down. There are also a few puddles on the outfield. Even once the rain stopped, the clearing up will take time. So I'm not sure if we will have cricket today there. That means that tomorrow will be then reserve day.
And for a World Cup final, would love to see a full game being played. The reserve day will come in handy for the both teams. We don't want anyone losing a shortened match.
There's an appeal there from the bowling of Cowling, but umpire Lyndon Falkwen is unmoved. Just have a look at that. Jason, take us through that one.
You see that from Faye Cowling sliding down. There was some inward movement of the wicket.
Yeah, still worth asking the question, but a good decision from umpire Falkwen. Straying down leg. Julia Hall helps us one to fine leg for 1 more added to the total. Cowling to Sillier. That's wired by umpire Falkwen. One of the ingredients of the success of the Badgers bowling display this morning was the very limited number of wides which they've conceded.
Cowling seems to have his position in all sorts there. Look to tighten and get behind that risk.
Yeah, for a bowler that swings it into the right-hander, he's got protection out on a fine leg boundary.
That's much better out on the offside. No, slightly wider. The better is missed out there. I should be happy that's not sliding. He was able to control that better. Tight one.
That's a very tight
Safely
one.
home.
Very, very tight one.
Safely home by Sillier. With 2 balls left in the over. In the 12th over, the run rate required is at 5.9.
As it has been for most part of the innings. Slower ball from Cowling. Intelligent bowling. She took some pace off. The Badgers will not want to leave this modest run chase to the last few overs. It's high up. There's a fielder underneath it, the keeper, and she puts it down. That's not good cricket by the Lions.
Julia Hall gets a leading edge. Keeper doesn't get too close to the ball, close enough to the ball to execute that catch. Another let off for Julia Hall in this inning. But for the first time in the game in this run chase, the run rate required is at 6 to the over, with the Badgers on 62 for 1 after 12.
Yeah, the captain, Ntozake Rasibe, will continue from the furthest end of the ground. On strike is Julia Hall, just been put down. One sense a bit of impatience creeping in here.
And the Lions have done well to push that rate up to over 6 now. The Badgers will also have their eye on that.
Definitely. Hall. Rasibe will take confidence of 2 consecutive dot balls. Run rate now 6.3 requires. Surely that'll be a chat on the field, whispering in their ears from the fielding side. Julia Hall will pick up a single. Firmly struck by Solier, but it will not be more than just a single. Bit of a misfield there.
The Badgers will be happy to have a player of CDS caliber out in the middle now to control this run chase.
Another dot ball. Now the Lions dropped 2 catches. One by the wicketkeeper Molefe and then also one by Mkhize. And Jason, you will agree, coming to Oudtshoorn with plenty of spin bowling options is not a bad idea.
It's always a great option, especially on a wicket that doesn't look like it's hard on top. As much as it's got a bit of grass covering, it is not as hard as you usually find them.
Yeah. Well, as commentators, we are always, not biased, but you would agree with me that the Badgers must not leave this run chase for too long. Only 7 overs left. 45 overs, 45 runs required to win. The Lions, I will keep it very basic. Keep it to the dot balls. Counting in to Hall. Another dot ball.
The Lions are firmly getting back into the game right now.
Yeah, they're fighting. They keep fighting. They did not let this down. They are an experienced team that knows how to test opposition. Oh, that's a magnificent catch. Magnificent catch taken. And as we speak, the Lions are still clawing their way back into this game. Dive towards the left, the departure of Julia Hall for 30. Jenna Evans, that's a great catch.
think the pressure is starting to tell. The pressure told at that point in time. Julia Hall trying to go over the field. Miscues one, and Jenna Evans completes a brilliant catch diving to her left.
That's most probably be one of the greatest catches of the weekend.
As we have a look at that, Faye Cowling. Balls one just outside off.
Runs towards her left. And you can see the jubilation and the relief.
The Lions know they firmly back in the game right now. The new batter coming on.
Annika Swart.
And they've managed to push that rate up to 6.9. That'll start to worry the Badgers.
Yeah, just that scoreboard pressure slowly but surely start creeping in. Yeah, Annika Swart has played 29 matches in this format. T20, she's got a higher score of 46 for Free State against the very same Garden Route Badgers here in Bloemfontein.
Back-to-back wickets, yeah.
Annika Swart has been dismissed. First ball, and there certainly is a cat amongst the pigeons here.
Well ball from Faye Cowling. Straight through her defenses, first up. Lions are getting in control right now. Third wicket loss for the Badgers. 65 for 3.
Yeah, not a good start for Annika Swart, and now the captain Zintle Kule is coming in. Straight through her defense. Still 45 runs required. And Cowling is on a hat-trick.
We'd normally back the batting team from here onwards. But this will be a very interesting finish.
Yeah, it will also test the courage and the resilience of the Badgers.
The Lions have certainly made a great game out of this. At halfway, you would have thought that Badgers are firmly in control with a target of 110 runs.
Jason, if I look at that required run rate, and I know it's pressure, scoreboard pressure, never has a team batted at 7 runs per over this weekend. Zintle Kule well negotiated that one. She'll not prevent a dot ball.
No, certainly. No team has batted at over 7 and over consistently. Over a 6-over period is what this will be required at this point. I think it will be slightly difficult for the Badgers at this point.
Cowling's tail is up. But wide balls will not help the cause of the Lions. Just short of a diving fielder. Another dot ball. Great over from Cowling. Well, that's a maiden 2-wicket over. And it certainly swung the momentum towards the team in yellow.
The momentum is back with the Lions team. I think if you have a look from the end of the 7th over up to the 40th over, only 26 runs have been scored by the Badgers for the loss of 2 wickets. They've certainly clawed their way back into the game.
Yeah, comparative scores for White Mayworth. The Lions after 14 overs was 61 for 4. The Badgers 66 for 3. So just a small advantage. He's also here. Well, has a massive responsibility on the shoulders of this blonded hair player who hails from Kroonstad in the Northern Free State. Room presented. Pressure release. 4 runs to Cillier.
Great use of the feet, great use of the crease there from Cillier. Getting deep in the crease to access the cover region on the offside. Dozake missed their lines there. Slightly wide of the stance, and Cillier takes full advantage. That brings about a change in the field. With sweeper out on the boundary on the offside. And long off coming back into the ring.
Yeah, I think it's a good move to have a sweeper out for Cillier. She'll most probably be aimed to hit this one over a little bit off. Dot ball. I like the thinking of the captain here. Ooh, sweep shot. It'll be a single. Kula to face. Opposite skipper. Ooh. Well. The caddies amongst the pigeons. Advantage to the Lions. The departure of Zintle Kula.
Well ball from the Lions skipper, Raisi Mentozake there, inducing the leading edge and completing the catch. As we look at that, Zintle Kula looks to have that square on the leg side. Gets the leading edge and Tozake completes the catch. The 4th wicket falling for the Badgers. 71 for 4.
And only 5 runs from this over as the running rate increased to 7.8. Basically 8 per over. There's 5 overs left and it required 39 runs.
We'll need at least 1 over of 10 runs just to take the pressure off, to make it comfortable.
And in comes Kayakaze Mate.
And we know she'll play one way. She'll be ultra aggressive.
Yeah, she will not keep it back. High risk player. So Leon strike facing Cowling. Over number 16. 5 overs left. 39 required. Good bowling from Cowling. It's a very tense affair here at the recreation ground. The Badgers has got 6 wickets in hand. And Isel Soulier takes the responsibility on her shoulders. Hit that one over mid-wicket for 4.
Great shot by Cillier. Accessing that good length, heading over mid-wicket to get a boundary. Just to relieve the pressure slightly. They're just still needing 35 to win.
Cowling to Soulier. Oh, that's wide. That's wide. That will help the course of the Badgers.
Pressure is definitely on both sides, yeah. Bowlers will be feeling it as well.
Cowling to Solier. Hit. Dot ball.
Overs went for 5 runs, including the wide.
3 balls left in this over. Cowling has got 1 more over after this. Oh, there's an opportunity, there's a misfield, but it will not prevent a single, as Kayakaze Mate has lost a bat on the way.
Oh, she was caught ball watching there for a while. A clean pickup there by Jenna Evans would have meant trouble for Kayakaze Mate at the keeper's end. But no harm, no foul. Got on safe.
Well, Kayakaze Mate, she will try to hit it over top on the offside. Cowling to Mate. Oh, it's run down to third man. Pick up a single.
Great awareness there from Mate. Bringing the senior better, set better, back on strike.
And now the question is, Solier, will she opt for the boundary or will she try to keep strike?
If it is there to get a boundary, I'm thinking one should be able to get that and trust Kayakaze Mate to take care of the next over.
Yes, she'll need to put trust in Kayakaze Mate. Well, Cowling has been very good today, but 2 wides under pressure will not help the cause of the Lions.
In a low-scoring affair, your disciplines are key.
And Solier takes the responsibility, runs it down to third man. Is that 10 from the over? Nine runs from the over. And more importantly, Solier's was on strike. 79 for 4.
18.
So it's 8 runs from the over.
18. Apologies for that. Score is 80 for 4 after 16.
And Ntozake Raisibe will continue.
You see a change of bowling from the Freer Street end with Rapo coming back into the attack.
Thank you, Jason. "30 runs from 4 overs required. So it's 30 from 24. It's 1 run added to the total. Okay, we'll need boundaries somewhere along the line. Dot ball. The pressure mounting on the home side here. They need 29 more runs from 22 deliveries. Another dot ball. Clever bowling from Rapu.
Clever control of pace. Doesn't look like Kazimata knows where it is spinning at this point in time. She'll do well just to get bat on ball.
That's a quicker delivery. Well controlled by Rapu.
He's looking for the big shot. Yeah, Mate. 3 dot balls in a row to her.
And she will pick up a single leg by. So yeah, will only get, no, they will come back. She will only take the single, but a great over bowled by Rapu where she only conceded 3 runs. And the required run rate is now 9 per over. They need 27 from the last 3 overs. And this is going to be an exciting 3 overs. That's quite a stiff task for the Badgers, 27 runs. And I can only imagine that Isel Solier will need to take ownership and take this game forward.
It is certainly a tough ask here for the Badgers, requiring 9 to the over. As you see, the Lions captain, Raisi Mendozake, back into the attack, the commentary side end. Quite an experienced bowler herself, having represented South Africa, the 2015 World Cup in England.
That will be a couple. No, it will only be a single, and you can see the frustration on Solier's body language. Well, well, well. What will Kayakaze Mate do here? It's quite noisy out there. Oh, that's a lucky buy added to the total.
In first prize for the Badgers, they've got Celias back on strike.
Yeah, Mate was aiming to hit that one into the Grobelaars River. In the gap. It's good fielding. It's only a single. 3 dot balls. Well, the Lions, will they be able to pull off something quite dramatically here? Oh, that's a single.
As well bowled. Good change of pace there from Dozake. Slow that one down, got some patches of the wicket.
The Badgers will need a boundary in either of these last 2 overs of over number 18. And Solier knows better. That is maximum. That is Isel Solier hitting that one over for 6. Pressure released, but it's not over yet here at the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn.
The score moves to 93 for 4 after 17.5.
17 required from 13 balls. And Solier will keep the strike. So it's 9 per over. 8 per over, 16 from 12. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay with us. This is going to be a fascinating 12 balls left.
It promised to be an exciting game in prospect as we started earlier this morning. It has certainly delivered. We are in for an exciting finish here with 16 required of 12 for the Badgers. The Lions will be looking to strike.
Rasibe the captain will bowl her last over. Rapu. She conceded 13. She will bowl to Cillier. It's wide. It's a dot ball. Snetvillian low does the fielding.
That's really well bowled from Rapo. She's seeing the better move across the stumps and she's throwing that wide, making it difficult for her to get any power behind the shots.
Oh, that will be 2 runs. They'll come back for the second. Good fielding. This is the penultimate over. 9 balls left. 14 runs required. That should be a single. What can Kayakaze Mate do here?
Is to get bet on ball. And that's out.
Stumped. Mate is stumped.
Great work by the wicketkeeper Molefe on that occasion.
And I can imagine that Nicolien Jansen van Rensburg will be the next batter in. Now it's Mieke de Ridder.
Kiara Fisher joins Isel Cillier out in the middle with 13 required of 7 balls. Lions will feel confident of getting this over the line at this stage in time. Rapo has got 1 more ball left in this over.
Well bowled, Khomotso Rapu. He's also years on 35.
Quick one into the wicket to end the over. Dot ball.
So the permutation is quite simple. 13 runs from 6 balls left. And the inform is Isel Cillier on strike.
Refugio Moncho will be entrusted with bowling the final over of this inning to defend 13 runs for the Lions to get over the line. Where would Cillier be looking here?
Yeah, I don't think for those of you who watch here will worried about what's happening in the World Cup final, but the news is that it's still raining in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai. But all our attention will hear what Refugio Moncho will bowl into Isel Cillier. Ooh, they will come back for a second. That's a great stop there. That's a very good stop.
By the captain, Dozake. Did good work there on the long off boundary. Saved the set and 4 runs there for the Lions.
Moncho to Cillier. Will they come back for a second? It's good fielding. They'll come back. And that's a run out. Fisheries run out. Good fielding. The Lions held their nerves. And the Badgers Well, they will be very, very disappointed. It's not over yet, as in comes Nicolien Jansen van Rensburg.
They just still require 10 from the last 4 balls. Kiara Fisher had to come back for that second run.
Yeah, it has to. You can have a look at that. Very tight fielding. Nice pickup, perfect throw. That is a team that has trained us often, and also very self-confident by the bowler, Rafule Monchu, to throw at the stumps and not taking off the bails.
Great work out on the boundary there by Rapo to get that throw in. Clean pickup, get the throw in as quickly as you possibly could for Moncho to complete the run out.
Izelsalje is facing Monchu, 4 balls left. They need 10 runs to win this one. Remember, there is not a super over in this competition. Sure what you try there, but well done.
Yes, leg buys there. 9 from 3 with a new better Nicolien Jansen van Rensburg on strike.
Well, 9 from 3 means that you need to hit 2 boundaries.
Definitely do need 2 boundaries to get over the line here.
They will only get a single, and that means that Izelsalje will need to hit 2 boundaries from the last 2 balls of this innings.
2 fours ties it.
What a game of cricket, Jason. We had here Moncho in to Salje. And that will only be a single. They'll come back for the second. Another run out. And the Lions will win this one. Disappointment for the Badgers. They couldn't capitalize here. And well play to the DP World Lions.
The Lions have held their nerve and put the Badgers under pressure. As you see there, the captain, Dozake, takes the time, picks it up cleanly, great throw over the stumps, and Moncho completes the run out at the bowler's end. The Lions will get over the line here. Bar any extras, no balls, with 8 to win of the last ball.
Well, just make sure you don't bowl 4 wides here. Rafule Monchu. Or a no ball for that matter.
Get the foot behind the line. Make sure it's on the strip.
It will be a very disappointing weekend for the Badgers. Well bowled, Rafule Monchu. The Lions win by 7 runs, by 6 runs here. Congratulations to a great performance from the visitors from Johannesburg. What a contest we had here today. Disappointment for the Badgers. They couldn't chase down a modest target of 110. The Lions win by 6 runs. And Jason, big disappointment for the home side.
And the home side will be bitterly disappointed not being able to chase down 110 runs. But the Lions have bowled amazingly well to defend that score. I think Nettleton up front started off well, then followed up by Rapo, the spinner, leg spinner, captain Dozake, Faye Cowling. All the bowlers did their part to make sure that they get over the line, and the fielding out was amazing as well to effect 2 run-outs now at the back end for the Lions. Well done to them.
Where did the Badgers got it wrong today, Jason?
I think it's difficult to pinpoint one, but in terms of the betting, the run rate get out of control in the latter stages of the inning. When they were in control at halfway they were 51-4-1. You would back them to get another 49 runs to win from that stage on. But the loss of wickets and allowing the run rate to get slightly out of control has made it difficult for them to push on and get a victory that would have been well deserved. But well done to the Lions for creating pressure at regular intervals to get themselves over the line.
Yeah, you will soon join us for the post-match presentation. Congratulations to the Lions. They win by 6 runs, defending a modest 100-9, and we will see you at the post-match presentation.